What is going on, guys? This is your guy Willie Cunningham, aka Warrior Will, and I'm back with yet another video. It's been a minute. I know you all missed me, I missed you all, but I'm back and doing more of these videos. Wanted to talk to you all about a few things that's been on my mind lately. All you gotta do is look in the media, whatever you're into, Facebook, Instagram, the TikTok videos that's, popular everywhere now. And you look and you see that the behavior of the young people, even some older people, it all leads to one thing. There's been a extreme disconnect within the family unit. So we can remember back, for those of us that's old enough, we remember back in the days when, shows like Leave It to Beaver came on and Happy Days and all that. I mean, this may sound cliche, it may sound a little corny, but we really need to get as close as we can to those days. I mean, you let me know. Do you think we got a chance to get back to that or not? You let me know in the comment section. And I'm going to just talk about this for just a little bit. We live in a society today where we see many single parent households. And unfortunately, there are single mothers that's in these households as the head of the family raising children. I got my own opinions about this agenda that's behind it. And yeah, I think there is a hidden agenda behind the fact that there's so many single mothers in households. For one, okay, let me break it down a little bit. When you got divided houses, now first of all, the Bible say a house divided against itself cannot stand. So therefore, you don't have a house, you don't have a complete family unit. So when you got division, that's split in half, split in two. So in order to propagate a society that's conducive to raising proper children, you need both parents in the household. But now that's divided. Now you got one parent with a house over here, one parent with a house across town. Now it costs double the money. You're putting more of that money back into the economy, which in a way I guess is good for the economy, but it's bad when it comes to raising a child because you got two light bills now, you got two mortgages now, you got two water bills now, you got a need to buy things in both houses. So all that extra money that one parent is spending on one household and all the amenities in there, that could have been going toward the welfare of the child. Now, if the courts could hear something like this and understand it more, then maybe things could change. So you got that. Then you got the fact that there's no strong man around these young boys that's going out here shooting up people, that's going out here committing crimes, selling drugs, robbing people, doing all these things that delinquents do because they have no one to smack them upside the head. And yeah, I do believe in that. Smack them upside the head, hit them with something. Because it's better to take your son, daughter, chastise them, yeah, make them cry. Because if you don't do it, don't say nothing when the police do it. Don't say nothing when the police come with something other than a belt. Don't say one word when, you're reading about somebody you love in the paper because you was too proud or you was too stuck up or whatever it was. Like I know parents right now that they do not want to discipline their children because they felt so butthurt about how they were treated as kids. Because their dad told them no. No, you can't go do that. No, you can't go to that boy's house and you a little girl. Because the parents set rules and regulations, now every time a a disciplinarian comes around, you see them as abusive, toxic, whatever. So people need to wake up. This is going to be a bit of a ramble, but people need to wake up and see that there's something going on that's making it okay to divide the families, and for some reason they got it in their heads that they can still uh produce good children. Now, I'm not saying that every single parent is a bad parent, because some individuals was forced into this. I understand, but the statistics show 80 to 90% of the time. Don't get mad at me now, but 80 to 90% of the time, women are initiating these divorces and separations. Now, there's many reasons why, but I think the main reason why 70% of the time is related to money. You know, um, but but instead of them having that mindset of we're going to tough it out, we're going to do this, we're going to do that in order to raise children, nobody wants to settle. Nobody wants to feel caged and uh, trapped or whatever. They're all thinking about themselves now. No one's thinking about toughing it out for the sake of the children. I know many individuals that said that they had old school parents, old school fathers, and their father always said, "I'm not finna have anybody else raising my children, and my children ain't finna call nobody else daddy but me." Now, I'm with that 100%. I don't want my kids calling anybody else daddy except me. Now, I'm with that 100%. But instead of us going back to those days of, maybe your spouse is verbally abusive, maybe they stay out all night, maybe they did something to you to upset you or make you mad, make you want to leave. I mean, I don't know any married couple that hasn't had problems. And I'm not saying that these things is going on in me and with me in my life. I'm just giving examples of things that happen in people's everyday lives, and the excuses they make to say why they can't hang in there for the sake of the kids. If they had that same mindset of, like I said, like Leave It to Beaver, Happy Days, um, where they stuck it out and they did what they had to do in order for these children to grow up into mature, well-adjusted adults. I mean, as well as good as they can make them. What kind of society will we have today? And it all comes down to mate selection. Because let's face it, let's keep it real. Nobody's forcing these women to marry these men. And let me take this time real quick to say, if you haven't liked the video, go ahead and like it right now. And if you hadn't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and give me a sub. Hit that notification bell and select all so that you can watch all my previous videos. I got plenty of those. I got Christian music in here for you all to listen to and enjoy. So if you want something positive to listen to, I got that in here too. So I want to take this time out and say, please sub to the channel and like the video. Keep me relevant in the algorithm here. So like I was saying, no one made women or men marry or get together with one another and have a child. We all got choices to make, and these are just one of them. So whose fault is it that you chose the wrong mate? And another thing, when here's a free tip, here's some game, which really ain't game, is really just common sense. But here's something that a wise preacher once told the congregation. The congregation learned this, some did, some didn't, but he told them. He said, if you are crazy and your mate is crazy, You got no business getting together having a child. And what do I mean? Do I literally mean if you got mental disabilities, if you a person, with bipolar, schizophrenia, and I'm not making fun of anybody, I'm not talking bad about anybody as an individual, and I'm not saying that people with these disorders don't deserve to be happy. I'm not saying if you got these disorders that you shouldn't have a family. I'm just saying that one person with issues plus another person with issues having a baby is going to equal another child that's going to potentially have even more issues. And how do I know it's true? Because I've seen it. The pastor told these two, don't get together. Y'all two is a little bit too crazy, a little bit too mentally unstable to be having children together. And what do? They didn't listen. And again, it's not making fun of anyone with disabilities, nothing like that. It's just trying to give you some good some good advice, pretty much. Just good advice, godly wisdom and advice. Marry someone that maybe is just a little bit above your level. I know water seeks its own level. Water does seek its own level, but I'm saying if you know that you got things you got to work on, don't go out. Don't go out and have a child with someone that's gonna bring forth a child that may not be all together there. Take that for what you will, but that's just some stuff. This is one thing that I learned when it comes to having children in the first place. Men and women naturally, like women, they're supposed to vet these men for a good candidate to begin with. Women naturally look for a strong, man with good genes, potentially, that showcases all the characteristics that she wants in a man, that works and is dominant, masculine, assertive, and all that stuff. So if you see a man that's suitable, that's the one that you pick. But make sure that you got what that man wants. Make sure you can offer that to him. But and another thing to add to that, these songs that promote drinking and drug use, and then they promote sex and stuff like that, don't they realize, and I want you to realize, let me say that, I want you all to realize that that's a recipe for disaster in itself. Drugs, liquor, and sex, well, don't be surprised if you get pregnant. And what do you think is going to happen to your child if they are pregnant and you're in an intoxicated state? That kid's going to come out, I'm sorry, but it's not going to be all the way there. That kid could possibly come out with birth defects. The liquor bottles even tell you that. The cigarette packages tell you that. Don't smoke when you're pregnant. Don't drink when you're pregnant. So what do you think it's going to do to you if the man's drunk, you're drunk, and you're having sex and having children? And then you wonder why you got wild children. You wonder why you got unruly children. They won't listen. They won't sit down. Well, how much Hennessy did you have when you met the father? How much Smirnoff did you have when you met the mother? So guys, don't hate me. I'm just trying to report what I've seen and what I know. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section. Again, if you have not liked this video by now, go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and sub to the channel. Help this channel to get to at least 100 subs. And you know what? We're going to keep on fighting this good fight, you guys. I'm glad to be back making more of these videos. Let me know what else you want to hear, and I will continue to do my best to keep putting them out. And until next time, guys, we're going to keep fighting this good fight. This is your guy, Willie Cunningham, a.k.a. Warrior Will, and I'm out. Peace.